The subject of binoculars and their absence from the crow's nest that night has caught the public's imagination. Sir Rufus Isaac tackles Managing Director of the White Star Line, J. Bruce Ismay, on the subject of binoculars.
Have you considered the use of binoculars at all for your lookout men, Mr. Ismay?
Yes, I have.
Were they supplied on the Titanic?
I believe they had them on the run round from Belfast to Southampton.
Had your company come to the conclusion that binoculars were of assistance to the lookout men?
I believe that up to the year 1895, we used to supply lookout glasses to the lookout men. And since that date, I think it's been left to the discretion of the commander whether he gives the lookout glasses or not.
But if he elects to do it, then you supply them.
We certainly would, if they were asked for.
Have you considered the use of searchlights?
I have not.
That has never been considered by you.
It has never been considered by us at all.
The testimony of Second Officer Charles Lightoller sheds further light on the issue. He believes that binoculars would not have helped because of the conditions that night.
Everything was against us. In the first place, there was no moon. Then there was no wind, not the slightest breath of air. And most particular of all, in my estimation, is the fact, a most extraordinary circumstance, that there was no swell. Had there been the slightest degree of swell, I have no doubt that the berg would have been seen in plenty of time to clear it.
The lack of swell was important. Even with binoculars, it would have been hard to see the iceberg from a distance. But Frederick Fleet, the lookout on duty that night, and who saw the iceberg as it loomed over the Titanic, has strong views on the subject of binoculars.
Mr. Fleet, could you describe what it was you saw that night?
Well, a black object.
What did you do?
I struck 3 bells.
Was it right ahead of you, or on the port or starboard bow?
Right ahead.
When you were in the Oceanic and employed there as the lookout, did you have glasses?
Yes.
Glasses provided for you in the crow's nest?
Yes. Every trip.
And now, on the Titanic, did you ask for glasses?
I did not, but George Simmons did. He was a lookout man too.
You had better tell us what he said.
He said they were not aboard for us. He intended for us.
Now Thomas Scanlon MP, representing the National Sailors and Firemen's Union, interjects to ask questions.
Mr. Fleet, I understand that you had glasses in the crow's nest during the journey from Belfast to Southampton.
Yes.
Were those taken from you at Southampton?
Yes.
And do you think if you had had glasses, you could have seen the iceberg sooner?
Certainly.
How much sooner do you think you could have seen it?
Time for the ship to get out of the way.
So, it is your view that if you had had glasses, it would have made all the difference between safety and disaster?
Yes.
The lack of binoculars in the crow's nest may have contributed to the disaster, as did the absence of searchlights.
And we believe that ships should carry searchlights, that every man taking a look out in such ships should undergo a sight test at regular intervals.